Well, Hollywood, Broadway, and Nashville all have their awards to pass out each year, and so do we.
We like to call them our Sports Connection Jammies. It's our way of recognizing everyone involved with high school basketball who stood out this season.
So let's let them roll. Ladies and gentlemen, the Jammies.
We begin with our top girls underclassmen. She is 6'4" Sycamore freshman Evan Carrier. She averaged almost 6 points per game on varsity. She could have scored far more points, but the Spartans didn't need her to score. Her job was to command the post, and she did. She averaged more than 6 rebounds a game and 1.3 block shots per game. She already has Division I colleges interested in her.
Our boys underclassman of the year is Pecatonica freshman Corbin Gann. He's already 6'3" and he plays with poise way beyond most freshmen. He already has a good scoring touch inside and outside, and with his size, he can hit the boards too.
Our sharpshooter award for the girls goes to Eastland's Erin Hensey. She made 138 three-point attempts this season. That's just one short of the state record, and she made them on the biggest stage. She made 7 shots from behind the arc in the state semifinal game, and she made 4 of 6 in the state championship game.
Our sharpshooter award for the boys is a split decision. Dakota senior Evan Flynn is one of our picks. His shooting touch was on display 3 weeks ago in a game against Pecatonica when he went 5 for 5 from three-point range in the first quarter alone. Every team that faces Dakota knows you cannot give Flynn space at the arc or he'll burn you. Another pick is Winnebago guard Rick Rosensteel. Rosie was a thorn in opponent's side all season. His best performance came in the regional semifinals when he nailed the school record 9 three-point shots. And then there's Hononegah senior Chris Akalitis. He far and away led the Nick 10 in three-point baskets made. His 6'3" frame allows him to shoot over most perimeter defenders, and he'll drain shots even when he does have a hand in his face. Akalitis might be the best pure shooter Hononegah's had in many years, and that's saying a lot for a program that produces a lot of very good shooters.
Our Career Achievement Awards for coaching go to 2 coaches. Hononegah girls coach Randy Weibel got his 700th career win in the regional tournament, and Winnebago boys coach Joe Murphy earned his 800th career win early in the season. Congrats to both men.
Our best single game performance by a girls player, well, there were 3 we simply cannot ignore. Winnebago's sophomore Mia Brown scored 46 points in a win at Richmond Burton. East Cabria Jamison scored 45 points in a double overtime game against Guilford. And Boylan's Peyton Kennedy for her 32-point, 16-rebound performance against Sterling at the Freeport Regional.
Our best single game performance by a boys player is another split decision. Oregon's Trey Woolsey had a 42-point game against Christian Life, and Rockford Christian's Marcus Hill also had a 42-point game against Round Lake at the Marengo tournament.
The Best Closer Award for a girls player goes to Eastland senior guard Lydia Coatney for this game-winning three-pointer against Amboy at the Pecatonica Sectional. The Best Closer Award for a boys player goes to Stillman Valley's Micah Johnson, who hit this driving shot just before the buzzer, giving Stillman a 1-point win in overtime at Rockford Christian.
Our award for the best halftime performance by a dance team goes to East.
Our award for the best student section goes to Rockford Christian. There's never a down year for Rockford Christian in this department. Every year when a group of high-energy students graduates, another group is ready to step in. And this student section travels well too. They don't simply show up at home games.
While we're on the topic of Rockford Christian, boys basketball coach Isaiah Johnson for the 2nd straight year earns our Best Dressed Coach Award. Coach Johnson is always styling.
Our award for the best player introduction goes to Lutheran's Foster Bertrand, who checks out Bryce Brogie's knee brace to make sure it's good to go for the game. Our award for the mascot of the year is Eastland's Cougar. This mascot seems more like a professional mascot than a high school mascot. The Cougar brings a lot of energy. He's funny, always engaging with fans, and he uses props. Plus, he shows up for every game, including road games.
Our Most Talented Sibling Award goes to the Fearbach sisters of Sycamore. Senior Kylie and sophomore Faith combined to average more than 31 points and almost 12 rebounds a game. They also play excellent defense.
Our Breakthrough Team of the Year award goes to the Auburn Lady Knights. They finally won Auburn's first Nick 10 championship in girls basketball, and they won the school's first regional championship in 33 years.
The best girls game of the season was the Eastland Amboy Sectional Championship game at Pecatonica. These might have been the best two teams in the state. Yeah, it's the same game where Lydia Coatney hit that game-winning three-point shot in the final seconds to give Eastland a 1-point 59-58 win. If Coatney doesn't make that shot, Eastland doesn't win a state championship.
The best boys game of the year was the December 20th game at Auburn between the Knights and Boylan. The Titans rallied from behind to force overtime, only to watch Auburn ultimately win the game in double overtime, 64-61.
Our girls' small school MVP award goes to Eastland senior guard Erin Hensey. She averaged 20 points per game. She also led the Cougars with more than 4 assists per game. As we mentioned earlier, she was incredible shooting from three-point range, but she could also score on drives and in transition. Her basketball IQ is second to none. We also love her competitiveness and the fact that she is cool under pressure.
Our girls' large school MVP is shared by two girls. We just can't pick one over the other. One is Sycamore senior Kylie Feuerbach. She has no weakness in her game, and that's why she'll play at Iowa State next season. She averaged 18 points, 7.7 rebounds, more than 3 steals, and almost 2 block shots per game. The other girls' large school co-MVP is Boylan senior Peyton Kennedy. Every team is geared towards stopping her, and yet no team could. She averaged 24.5 points and 13 rebounds per game. She was a double-double machine.
Our boys' small school MVP is the same guy who won our Sharpshooter Award, Dakota senior Evan Flynn. Again, if you give him any room at the three-point line, he'll make you pay. But that's only one aspect of his game. Flynn runs the floor well, he's an outstanding passer who has the ability to find open teammates, and his length also helps make him an effective defender and rebounder.
Our boys' large school MVP is Boylan senior center Anthony Brown. He excels at every aspect of the game. He has the size and strength to produce big down low. He's the best shot blocker in the Nick-10, and he just might be the best passer in the conference. Plus, he can also step outside and knock down three-point shots.
Congratulations to all of our winners.
And as I say every year, those are based on our opinions. You are entitled to your own. Well, up next, a young lady